Hello, Geminis. Welcome in or welcome back to Midnight Morning Readings. Thank you for viewing me today. We are here to do your general reading for the month of August. This is good for all placements. So we're going to go ahead and get started and see what your overarching energies are. So on the bottom of the deck, you have financial constraints, victory, adjacent possibilities, and a storm warning. So I'm really feeling some of you are coming out of maybe some difficult times. Like maybe it was kind of an up and down thing, or you've just been going through, I don't even want to say it's financial constraints, but you just feel like you've had a lot of things that have been going on, either a lot of things on your mind, whether it's a relationship or it's the weather or it's somebody in your family. I mean, not for sure, but it's not taking necessarily a financial constraint on you as much as I'm feeling like it's an emotional constraint that is to where you're just not feeling like a drive to do anything. Like you're kind of like bleh, like stuck, not feeling good or bad, or just kind of, I don't know, kind of in limbo. But we'll see. All right. Strongest overarching energies for Geminis, please, Spirit. All right. Let's see what is going on. Thank you. Thank you. Strongest for Gemini, please. Anything else strongest for Geminis? Thank you. So bottom of the deck, you have hostilities, a happy family, patience, and there's that financial constraints again. So this is just really confirming that you're having a hard time right now really understanding like why things are going on. You've been doing things, things, it's almost as if, let's say this, everything is going good for you right now. You know, your job is going well, your job is going well, your love life or home life or romance or other types of relationships, they're going well. You're just in this funk and you just can't kind of figure out why, and you're just kind of like, like I don't know what to do. You just kind of feel like you're a little bit in limbo or lost right now. And sometimes, we'll get in those situations because maybe it's not necessarily that you're feeling like you're stuck. It's because you're coming off of a very high energy point in your life where you were going strong, and now you're really trying to figure out kind of where your new normal is at. And it may not be that real high, but it's not as low as what it was in the past, right? So they've given you the fifth chakra and the magician in the mirror. So what spirit is really coming through as you're feeling this, what is going to help, or what you need to be doing, is you need to be talking to your loved ones, to your spouse, or a close friend or colleague or something, about what you have been feeling and why you think you've been feeling this way. Because somebody that is really close in your life, I feel almost as if you're sitting there and they have seen something is kind of affected you a little bit, but you can't exactly figure out why. And they're like, well, there's nothing really going on, but just maybe kind of talking it out may help you really communicate that out to understand what is going on, right? Because, yeah, so you have the man holding a coin and the man holding a heart. So you're really looking at your situation that you have as far as everything that you have externally. So you're looking at your family, your friends, your financial situation, um, property that you own, abundance that's coming in, all of that stuff. And you're like, I have everything. Like, I'm so have like, I don't understand why I'm kind of feeling this way. And part of that you might be feeling might be because, we have two major astrological occurrences that are going to be happening here in August. And one of them is happening on August 8th, which is the opening of the Lion's Gate. And that is really a peak time of when energies will start surging. Like you'll start feeling this buildup. So it's very possible that some of that is what you're feeling is this buildup that might be coming around on August 8th. Another thing that is happening in August is we have a blue full moon on August 19th. So there are some things that might be going on that are really more working in the background for you that are going to be leading up to some of these other things. But we're going to keep diving in to see if we can figure out what's going on for you. So on the bottom of the deck for your challenges and influences area, you have awakened the magic of your creativity. This is a block. This is this lull that you're having. You're just feeling this block. You're just like, ugh, and you don't understand, and you're just having problems laughing or playing or just having a good time and relaxing with friends. It's almost as like you feel it's kind of that storm warning that originally showed up on the bottom of the deck. It's almost like you're sitting back there thinking there's something coming, but I don't know what it is yet. And you're starting to feel the energy that is coming from that. So so let's go ahead and see. Yeah, one flipped out like right off the bat. And see what else is going on as far as some of these challenges or other influences that you might be having that's coming in. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, Tree of Wishes is calling your name, and live in the world as a dreamer. You just... things are going good around you, and you're recognizing, like, I have abundance. Like, my bank account is full, and I'm in a good situation with my spouse or significant other, and I have the love of my family and friends, and job is going great, and everything is working really, really well for me. I'm just trying to figure out exactly like why this is coming. And I really feel as we're progressing through this, you are feeling an energy shift that is coming, and you're starting to feel it. And like I said, it could be the Lion's Gate. It may not be the Lion's Gate. We're going to keep going in there, releasing your creative energies. Maybe you need to get back into a hobby that maybe was, you haven't been in a while. So flames of desire, caught up in the drama, leave your usual social circles and have the courage to be free. So what initially is coming through that I'm feeling with these cards, these blockages, is almost as if you're tired of running the same thing over and over. Like you enjoy your family, your friends, but there's something that has come up that's in that circle that you're sitting there saying, this is just not what I want to do anymore. This is not maybe something, maybe you're sitting there at the end of the day and you're just like, I don't want to sit there and go out, let's just say, go out and party every weekend with my friends. There has to be something else that we can do. Maybe we need to stay in, go to somebody's house and maybe just kick back and, watch a movie or something like that. But there's something, and I feel like it's coming. It's not here yet, and you can't put your finger on it just yet. But for what's going on in your life right now, you're just like, everything is going well. It's going good for you. Everything is good. And you're just like, there's something off. There's something amiss. And I'm starting to feel there's something that's in there that that might be changing, or it's an energy shift that's coming through. So let's keep diving a little bit deeper into um into your reading that's here. But if you're a follower of my channel and you've seen some of my other readings, you know when I come into these challenges and influences area, I typically only use one deck. However, when I was preparing to do my readings this month and I was getting out my decks of cards, deciding what to use, Spirit was extremely adamant about making sure that I pulled out my shadow deck to use as a clarifier for the challenges and influences area of my reading. So we're going to go ahead and get a message clarifier from Spirit for this section that may have a very, very significant impact on understanding where exactly you're at, Gemini. And so they gave you dark moods. And you're having spells of despair, depression, and anxiety. Talk to a spiritual counselor or advisor. And that very well could be what is going on right now. That maybe you're just hitting a little that, not necessarily, and understand this is not to be misconstrued as medical advice or that substitute that of a medical professional. But you could be, like I said, you could be hitting an energy low, right now. And because maybe you are coming, you are on an energy high, meaning, your vibration was really high, your law of attraction was very high, that high level of vibration was going for you for quite a period. And so now it's starting to taper off and you're finding out what your new normal level is. And so it might feel like it's like you're something else is going on, and it might just be trying to aware. So you might need to do some meditation or find some solitude or really try and work on some of your chakras just to try and keep them open. But we're going to keep going and we're going to see what is going on, keep going on here. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck for our most recent past, you have discipline, denial, epiphany, and survival. Here, this is what just came to me. This is what Spirit just told me, Geminis, okay? You are in a state right now of trying to work for something that you're trying to achieve. And you're working extremely hard to the point that you've become almost so focused, almost like singularly focused on trying to get that done. It's almost as if you shut off some of the other things in your life, not in a bad way, but it's because on the other side of this, it's going to be a betterment for everybody. And it's not like you're having a work-life balance. It's almost as if you're diving in to learn as much as you can about this to try and help speed up the learning process. And you're just getting very, very focused on what is going on. So when you are going out and maybe having a good time with your friends, your mind is preoccupied back thinking this is time that I could be focusing on this to try and help speed up that. And this is where Spirit is coming in and saying, you need to have patience. You need to understand and see everything that you have right now and give yourself a break. Ease up on it. Okay? Your family loves you and you are in a very good situation. So your financial situation, your family life, these are all going to take care of themselves. Okay? Don't get yourself so tied up into thinking that this is going to be the end-all be-all solution to your problems, because it will help, but don't lose track of the reason why you're working towards it. That's what Spirit is trying to come out and say. Okay? So on the bottom of the deck, we have decisions, death, invention. So you've been making decisions. You have been kind of refocusing a lot of your energies. There is a very strong possibility. I'm getting a very strong feeling from spirit that some of this may have been spawned because of a death that was close to you. That this might be kind of part of the way that you're dealing with your grief. It could also be maybe even a promise that you made to somebody that has passed on, and you're coming to a point in your life to where you want to honor that promise as well. Okay, so the truth, grace, devotion, life force. You have definitely made some kind of commitment, either to yourself, to somebody else, to your family, friends, however you have done this, to where you are trying to work through this, and you become so focused on trying to make sure that you hold your word to it that you've kind of lost yourself somewhere in the process. Okay, and I don't want to say it's like sucking the life out of you, but it's starting to take over your life, your family, your friends, and you're starting to feel that. I don't feel that your family and friends are penalizing you or are angry or upset with you about it, because I feel that you are the only one sensing this. Gemini, I really feel like you're the only one that is starting to get this feeling that is here. But with this, with this that is coming in, I feel like there's a light. There's something that is going to be coming down here in there. Maybe a different job, maybe a different housing situation, a financial windfall. Like something is going to be coming down the pike that is going to help you on not only honor that commitment, but it is going to ease up that obligation, to be able to help give you that freedom to not be so focused, to where you can get back to enjoying life. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get a couple of clarifiers on your most recent past messages from Spirit. Okay, all right, a couple of clarifiers for most recent past for Gemini, please. Thank you. Yep. So there was one clarifier that came out, and it's the Ace of Wands. And so this is where that intensity is coming from, right, Geminis? This is where you have been so singularly focused on trying to work on something, to try and honor this obligation, or to make something happen. You become so focused on it, you've put everything you have into it, your energies, your time, everything, to try and get yourself to this point. And I feel something is coming that is going to help with that, to either speed it up, or for you to be able to say, I have met this goal, or I have honored my word to this particular situation. So like I said, it's a financial windfall, it's a promotion, it's a new job opportunity, it's, friends or family coming in to help. Something like that is going to come in that is going to help, and then it's going to alleviate, and then you're going to start feeling lighter. You're going to start feeling that the burden, understand this is a self-placed burden that you have put on yourself. This is not something that somebody else has forced on you. It's something that you have really, really taken on to make sure that you own up to. So, this is going to, whatever is coming is going to help, to where it's going to lighten that burden that you have placed on that, to where almost like the albatross is going to be gone here soon, quickly. So for your current messages, let's see where you're at. Information and knowledge. See, I told you earlier, that it was almost as if you were like studying, or you were diving in to learn as much as you could about something in order to try and help speed this up or try to help meet that goal. And so that's where you're at. It's being recognized. So the knowledge, the hard work, the energy that you've put into it has been recognized. So the shift is coming. Celebration, fruits of your labor, removal of obstacles, right? So whatever it is, it's happening. It's happening. It's either in the process of being discussed, or you're going to see it by the end of the month. That's what I feel. So let's see what's going on. Strongest current messages for Gemini, please. Strongest current messages for Geminis, please. Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. On the bottom of the deck, change. And we saw that, originally earlier. The change is coming. It's here. It's being discussed right now, is what I'm going to tell you. Like I said earlier, I felt like this was, and here's that sugar maple energy that is coming out again. So, you've been studying, you've been learning, you've been taking as much information as you can in order to fulfill this promise, this oath, this obligation that you have put on yourself in order to do that. And I still want to go back to, because the life and death with the crepe myrtle come out, I still want to go back to, it's almost as if there was a death that took place, or it is a promise that you made to somebody that has passed on, that you are saying, no, I am going to honor my word. I'm going to fulfill this promise that I have made to this individual. And this is what I'm going to do in order how I'm going to get that done. It could be even, the death of a close loved one that maybe helped spawn, kind of push you also into a direction of saying, this, I want to do this. And so that's where like that that self burden, that self promise came into play, because you were in a state of confusion there for a while, because you were just like almost in a state of paralysis, because you were just like, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to move forward. And so you started getting some inklings about like how to do this. And so where you are at now is where it has been coming into fruition. You're starting to see that, and then you're starting to see, that it's being recognized, right? It's being recognized by the people you wanted it to, or you're recognizing that you have honored your word. You're coming into that fruition with that. So you're going to start seeing, and more importantly, Geminis, you are going to start feeling your energy getting lighter and lighter, because that burden is going to start fading away. All right. So let's go ahead and get a couple of clarifiers for your current messages from Spirit. Clarifiers for current messages for Gemini, please. Thank you. So the card that came out is the Hanged Man. And it talks about sacrifice, but it also talks about looking at things from a different perspective in order to understand maybe how you see things or how others see things, in order to get a different or a deeper level of understanding. And so as you were going through this, what you have been doing, what you're working up to now, that it's changing. It's being, the work is being recognized, the commitment, the promise is being fulfilled right now. And so it took you to something to happen for you to understand that you had to start looking at things differently, that you couldn't keep looking at them through the same lens that you had been through your whole life, or something to that nature. And so when you're sitting here looking at everything, you finally have gotten this, and this is where this came in, because I thought I saw epiphany, but it might have been on the bottom of the deck in your most recent past. You've had almost a tower moment, or this epiphany, this aha moment of, this is what I need to do, and this is how I need to get there. And typically you have a different type of drive when it comes to trying to fulfill those obligations, whether they are self-imposed or given to you by another individual. You meet them, but it's always in a different way. But this one has been very different because you had a different reason for wanting to look at it that way. And I still want to keep going back to, there was some kind of death of somebody that you were close to, or it was a promise that you remembered that you had made to somebody that has already passed on, is where I feel this inner drive is coming from. But whatever it is, it's happening now, to where it's by the end of this month, I really feel, Geminis, that you are going to be in a different situation, that you're going to look back and you're going to say, I did it. You're going to look up to the sky, or to, to wherever you're going to say, and you're just going to work out, and you're going to say, I did it. And that's going to be it. You're just going to know. So for your incoming messages, emotions are running high, which they are, because as this continues and you keep moving through this, you're going to feel that lightness. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to start feeling a lot better as you continue to do this. But this is talking about the super moon, right? So there's a super moon a super full moon that's going to be happening in October, around the middle to the end of the month. So by the time that comes around, that's when you're going to start saying, I did it. Like I did it. I can't believe I did it, but I did it. And I know you're proud of me, or, the debt has been paid. However this resonates for you. Okay. So yeah. And here, card on the bottom of the deck, working through your fears, and in that loss, that grief, however that is resonating with you, because it's talking about the new moon in Scorpio. And that new moon in Scorpio is going to come right after this super moon in October. Okay. So right about that time, middle to end of October, going into the beginning part of November, is when all of a sudden it's just going to become very, very clear for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get some more incoming strongest messages from Spirit as we're working through this reading. Thank you. Anything else for Geminis, please, Spirit? Anything else incoming for Gemini? The bottom of the deck, it's time to take action. Expect a powerful change. This is going to be, have faith in your dream. This is expecting a powerful change. This is, I feel this is going to give you closure that you didn't think you needed, that you thought you had already had, because it's time to release negativity. Here's the full moon in Scorpio. So things are going to come in to where it's going to be, you're going to be sitting there and you're going to meet it, but it's going to take till the full moon in Scorpio, and that's going to be like March, April, sometime in that when it's coming in. But you're going to see a huge emotional shift. You're going to see a huge emotional shift, and you're going to see your perspective changing in a totally different way. And it's gonna start somewhere around that super moon area, new moon in Scorpio, but you're gonna see it all come through, and it's gonna be about springtime next year when it makes its complete transition for you. That's what I feel. You're gonna be going on. You're gonna be going through some emotional realignment is what I feel that you're going on, and you're just going to be have a very different perspective on things is what I'm going to say. So let's get some clarifiers on these incoming messages from Spirit. Thank you. Anything else? No. So the Two of Wands that is here is Wheel of Fortune energy. So this is, the seeds are already planted. I told you, whatever it is that's going on now, it's happening now. You're going to start seeing a lot of this stuff starting to manifest in August is when you're going to start seeing this. And then you're going to start seeing things really start, because the seeds have been planted. The tree is starting to grow. You're going to start seeing it. But by the time next year, you know, springtime, March, April area, that full moon in Scorpio comes around, that's when you're going to see things coming full circle. And you're going to look back, and you're going to look back to August, and you're going to say, wow, I can't believe the transformation that has taken place. So if this is resonating with you as far as a love, romance, or familial or friendship type of relationship, we're going to get a message card from Spirit for a clarifier for that. Thank you. So the card they gave you is Moon Dust. To have a magical romance, you must be the magic. So in other words, in order to have change, you know, in order for something to happen in your life, you have to be the change. You have to figure out the change that you want to have happen. So if this is resonating with you as far as a money, career, finance, job, workplace type situation, thank you. Spirit has given you opening doors. Break free from your limitations. Take control of your fate. Well, that's what we've been talking about right now. If you want to see change, you've got to be the change. If you want things to move, you've got to start shoving. This is where you're at. This is that passion ignited. This is that Ace of Wands. The fire lit under you, and you have been pushing through, push to the point that you had to get where you're at right now, where things are changing. The change that you were working for is happening now. You're gonna have that change is manifesting in August, and then you are gonna start seeing things change, and then you're gonna have an emotional shift that is gonna be taking place, like I said, from that new moon in Scorpio all the way to that, you know, that super moon till the full moon in Scorpio comes springtime. So you're going to see a lot of change, but it's going to be more than just financial change. It's going to be more than just a relationship change. It's going to be an emotional shift for you. Emotional shift that you're just, I don't think you have ever quite experienced quite like this before. And you'll have a different perspective, a different way of looking at things by the time the spring rolls around. Wow, very, very powerful message for you. It took a while for Spirit, you know, to get exactly out what they wanted for this reading for you, Gemini, but it was very specific for certain Geminis out there this month. So I hope you enjoyed it. We are going to go ahead and get your final message card for this reading that will help tie everything together, and we will wrap up. Okay. the end of the day, they gave you pleasure. And this is the journey you're on. This is the journey that you've already started on, that you are continuing to work up. And you know that the direction you're going is where you need to be. And you're going to see, just like the staircase that is in this, you know, on the other side of the gate, that's where you want to be. That's what you want to do. And you're getting there. And you will get there, Geminis. It's spirit is recognizing it, and you're starting to see the shift in things now. And you're going to see them, a lot of them are going to start taking place this month. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped. Please hit that like, subscribe, and share button on your way out, and we will see you back here next time, Geminis. Take care.